Hey guys, welcome back to another day, another week with Ryan Makes Sense, where we talk about personal finance, investing, and chart analysis. We are on week 8. Well, we just passed week 8. Some notable things that happened. I purchased CMT, ticker symbol CMT, Core Molding Technologies. I'll get into that. I purchased 2 shares, only 2 shares. People are like, why only 2 shares? Why so little? That was around $32 of my available $100, 109. So that was about 30, almost 30% of my funds. So I didn't want to go too crazy. It's a starter position. There were some things that I immediately knew I did wrong when I purchased. But however, again, I look at the bigger picture and trade on the micro. So just for this Robinhood challenge. Otherwise, personally, I trade on the monthly flat out. But for this Robinhood challenge, again, we're looking at the bigger picture, and then we're looking at the micro pictures, the days, the weeks, the hours, and trying to find opportunities where we can make some moolah. So again, I purchased 2 shares of CMT at $16.20 a piece. On Friday, February 24th, those shares closed at $17.10. So I'm up around like 5%. But yeah, I'll get into the fundamental, the technical, and the chart analysis for you guys so I can show you what I particularly liked about that stock, why I pulled the trigger, and so on. So we're looking good. Let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, guys. So I just wanted to pull up my Robinhood to give you guys a peek at what's going on with thy challenge. So I have $214 in equity in my account. Equity, value. Again, my Disney share was free. I should probably sell it, but I don't want to. I'm holding 40 shares of AEY. I have disclosed that before. I do have the 2 shares of CMT, and it looks like it closed out at $17 flat, not $17.10. And then I did have an order of CTG at like $6 and something cents, but that did not fill. So with the continued adding of money every week to my account, my year to date is now $4.63. I'm sorry, not 4.63%. So we're gonna have to check the SPY to see what the SPY is doing. I can actually just do that now on my phone since I have you guys. So the SPY year today is 4.09%. So we are barely beating the SPY. However, a beat's a beat. So we're doing good. And then again, my goal for the end of 2023 is 20% asset appreciation. So I should have around $1,500 in my Robinhood account by the end of the year. If I'm doing $5 a day, $25 a week, comes out to like $1,300 flat, and then adding the 20% on top of that, like $250 or $1,500. Okay, so we're beating the SPY. You guys saw my Robinhood account. I have 2 shares. Let me just show you my purchase price. And again, I don't get charged for any commissions or purchases because it is Robinhood. So if you guys do not have Robinhood and you do want to trade and not get fees, there is a link in the description below if you do want to sign up. You will get a free stock. I'll get a free stock. Everybody gets a free stock. So you can see 2 shares, average cost $16.20, and the current value is $34. I am up a total return of $1.60 at 4.94%. All right. So that's about that. Let's jump into the company. Let's look at the fundamentals. All right. So we are on finviz.com. I highly recommend you check this website out, become familiar with it. It will definitely change your life if you stick with it. We're looking at ticker symbol CMT. This is Core Molding Technologies. Just looking at this daily pattern, we can see it just straight up on Friday, just banged through resistance, and that's a dominant candle right there. Let's look at the fundamentals and see if this is actually worth $17 or if it should be worth more or less, and kind of make a decision from there. So one of the ways I value a stock when it has under $1 billion market cap is just looking at the sales plus income divided by shares available to the public. This kind of is, if we break this down, it's like, think about it as you and your friend, two people, own a lemonade stand that makes $100 a year, and you guys have 2 shares in the company, one for your friend, one for you. You know, you made $100 that year, your share would be worth like $50. But I mean, again, you're not accounting for growth, you're not accounting for scaling, you're not accounting for, opening new locations, cups, ice, lemons, etc. Labor, everything. So again, just kind of making it super simple, sales plus income divided by shares available. So let's go ahead and do that quick math. We have 364.10 million plus 7.7 million equals 371 million. And we have shares float of 7.58 million. I just hit the wrong button. We're going to do that again. So we have 364.10 plus 7.7 equals 371 divided by 7.58. So that gives us a total value of $49. Now let's keep some things in mind here. Looking at here, they do have some debt. Can you see me circling it? Yes. So their debt is currently 0.26 and their long-term debt is 0.21. So this shows me that they are paying down their debt, which is good. We can see that I'm not too crazy in seeing that this company is undervalued based off of the forward PE. This means in the future, this stock is undervalued. Earnings per share next year is technically 2023 because the FinViz data, as much as I love it, it is a little bit old, but we can totally arbitrage. This is the word of the weekend. We can arbitrage this, and I'll show you how in a sec. Sales the past 5 years, 11.9%. That is wonderful. Earnings per share past 5 years, negative. It is what it is. Insiders have been buying. Institutions have been buying. Gross margins, 13%. Not as aggressive as I would like for my typical stock picks. But let's talk about this arbitrage. How can we use older data to our advantage? Let me show you. So core molding technologies from the last reporting period had institutional ownership at 46.2%. Now we do have up-to-date data in terms of 13F filings that can show us what the new percentage is. So this is going to show if the percentage owned by percentage owned by institutions has went up or went down. I'm going to need some coffee soon. So we're going to do Fintel, and we're going to go here and we're going to type in CMT. Again, old FinViz data shows 46.2% ownership. Current data, 61.53 ownership. That is massive. Massive. So that is huge, you guys. That alone right there just makes me go. It just takes the words out of my mouth. So fundamentally speaking, this looks good. Let's just take a peek at their cash and what their debt really looks like. I am kind of curious. But revenue is going up every year, which is great. Their cost is also going up. Gross profit also going up as well. Operating expenses are going up quite a bit for this last trailing 12 months. However, their operating income, they're getting more income from that, so that is good. Net income before taxes went from about 9 to about 13.5. That's great. Net income is just continuing to grow with an asterisk. It grew from last year to this year. And we can see insiders purchased. This is something I don't really like with some companies. We can see David Duval, who is a CEO of the company, mind you, sold 15,000 shares at $10.25, and then he repurchased again at $13.22 and 11.65. So when I see insiders or CEOs swing trading their own stock, I'm just like, come on. But other than that, all the other purchases look okay. I mean, these aren't huge purchases that make me just super excited. They're kind of onesie twosies, less than $40,000. It's whatever. And then you got the sales and marketing EVP selling around 6 figures in value. So let's look at their cash and debt. So their cash slightly went up. They have 6.15 million. I don't know what they can buy with 6 million in their industry. Maybe some more inventory. Total assets, we're at 186.69, so that's really good. Up from last year and the year before. Total liabilities, 86.6. So assets dwarf liabilities about 1.5, almost 2. No, I'm sorry, 2.5. So that's fine. Long-term debt is decreasing, as we said. So 25 mil last year, 21 mil now. In terms of total debt, we do see 29 mil, which is not, it's kind of a slight increase from last year. Where can that be attributed? Other and current port of long-term debt capital leases. So those are significantly higher than last year. Interest rates could have something to do with it as well. So keep that in mind. But overall, this is a healthy company. Again, they have 29 million in debt and 12 mil in liabilities. So that's around 41 million in debt. And again, they make 364 million. So it doesn't seem like that debt is going to be a burden to them. So from a fundamental standpoint, this company looks okay. Their gross margins are not that good, but they are profitable. So take that for what you will. I think they are pretty good. We also, one thing I did wrong, and I'm going to admit to this, is I did not spend like 15, 20 minutes watching the trading volume of the stock because it is so volatile. When I bought at $16.20, I saw it go all the way down to like $15.30. And I was like, dang. And also the stock has already ran up almost 100% in the last 6 months. So we got a hot one on our hands. I'll show you where I look to take a little bit of profit and I'll let the rest ride. So let's now look at some charts for some technical analysis. All right, so we are on Thinkorswim and we're going to go ahead and chart this out. I wanted to have a blank slate with you guys so you guys can see what goes on through my brain. So this is ticker symbol CMT and this is on Thinkorswim, and I just want to make sure you guys can see the full monitor. Yeah, okay. All right, and let's zoom in here and let me move my face over here. Sure. All right, so in the mind of me, so this is, when I saw this, I knew this was a power move. So what I just did is I created a resistance from the highest peaks in the past history of the stock where we had up here the highest high. We didn't quite touch here, and then we had this other high right here of the stock. So the stock has never closed above this blue line, except look at the freaking move of this candle in February. It came all the way down, touched the support, and bounced all the way back up. This is, my friends, a power move. This is the stock saying, hey, I'm ready to freaking move. So it came down, bounced off here, and now we have 2 days left in the trading month. This is getting ready to go. I wouldn't be surprised if the stock closed around 640 for the month. And what we're going to want to see is a continuation. Can you see this down here? Yep. Continuation. So last month we had 804,000 in volume. This month we're at 856,000. So again, we're seeing really good signs, strength on top of strength. volume increasing last month to this month. Let's go ahead and do some more supports and resistances, because this is going to be, after the stock has a run that lasts for however long, it's going to need to come back down again. So we're going to go all the way to the lowest low of 0.5. Could you imagine buying this at 50 cents and holding it to $50? I can imagine it. So I'm at 0.5 here, and we're just going to draw. So this is right about here. Every time the stock has interacted with this bottom line down here, it has always gone up. So I'm just going to set an alert off of this support. So the next time it touches it, I'm just going to hit crosses. Yo, amazing stock. Look now. All right. So every time it touches this blue line, it goes back up. I can't really foresee when that's going to happen again, but you never know. It looks like if we look at some timing, that's not quite right. If we look here to here, again, not really helpful. So this bottom bounce happened in 2000. This one happened in 2009. So that's 9 years. This one's 19. This is 10 years. So maybe 2019 plus 11. So maybe 2030, it's going to bounce again. Is this where this line converges? Pretty much. Yeah, 2030 over here. You never know, honestly. The stock market is all about patterns. So there's that support. I have other supports as well. I'm just going to show in the essence of time. Here's my other chart that I drew out as well. So this just basically has supports and resistances drawn in. So this acts as a support and resistance. This acts as support and resistance. This line here is the same one we just drew together. And if we look, let me get back out. If we look here, this line that I'm highlighting and turning bright, the stock followed this trajectory, and I have seen many times, I don't know if there is a technical definition for this type of move, but the stock will come back up and touch the bottom of this. Again, I don't know if that's going to be anytime soon. Maybe it's in the future, but again, this type of support always gets retested, which in the grand scheme of things is possible. So we also have this here. Whoops. And I just want to draw another trajectory. So basically, based on this being the support, we could see a test maybe here because we got a bounce. So we got a bounce, maybe touches up here. Maybe it comes back down and touches right here. We never know. And it looks like it's creating an ascending wedge. Up here, can you see? Let me move my head. So you can see it's going to go maybe touch, and then or it could break upward. We never know. So based off of the fundamentals that we did, the stock is around $49, but the stock market will always price what the stock is believed to be. So again, this could be $5, this could be $100. It just all depends what the market is willing to pay. But $49 is what we came out to from our conservative estimates. So yeah, this is my technical analysis of the company. Again, we're in this tight high range, and we have the stock breaking out of this channel. So yeah, my goal is to sell a share around $17.50 and then let the other one ride. It depends on the strength. Like if we have huge strength and this thing goes to 18, 19, I'm obviously going to let it ride. But we do have earnings on March 14th. So I'm definitely going to be out before the 14th. I do not want to hold during earnings. Earnings could be amazing and blow it out of the water, or it could make the stock take elevator down. So when stocks go up, they take the stairs, but when they go down, they take the elevator. But yeah, that is why I chose CMT as my Robinhood trade. Again, only 2 shares. I'm hoping that this type of analysis and video is helpful for you guys. And I did want to let you know that I posted my, if you're a subscriber, you saw all of the different scanners that you could have found ticker symbol CMT. I posted like 8 different scanners that I shared with you guys. I have a whole video dedicated to all my scanners. And so if you copy pasta those, if you put them into your own thing, maybe tweak them if you want, you can find stocks just like this, or you could have even found this one before I did. So anyways, that's a wrap, guys. Week 8, we're excited for week 9 next week. But yeah, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.